What's the key to a harmonious blended family? For me, it's care, communication, and boundaries. If you ask Steve Harvey, well, he might not have an answer for you. So what terrifying news does Wynton Harvey have about Steve Harvey? I'm sure you want to know, and I'm bursting to tell you. But before I get into details, click the subscribe button so you never miss a video when it's posted. On the outside, as fans, we often assume celebrities live happy lives. We think everything at home is fine, but often that is just half true. Think about it. They're just humans like us, and we experience crap and they do too. How is this related to Steve Harvey's life? Well, apparently his children did not approve of his current wife. The star recently sat down for a chat with football legend and sports commentator Shannon Sharpe on his podcast Club Shay Shay. During the conversation, when Sharpe asked Harvey how he and Marjorie Harvey were able to blend their children from previous relationships, he admitted, "That shit hard." He got real, admitting that not everyone hit it off in the way he would have loved to see. In fact, all the girls at one time, including Lori and Morgan, Marjorie's daughters, and his biological daughters, twins Brandy and Carly, weren't here for the blending. They went bowling one night in Memphis when me and Marjorie first got together. We brought all the kids together, all 7. All the girls went bowling, came back, and decided they didn't want us to get married and said they don't think it's the right thing to do, and they need more time to get to know us, he recalled. I'm sitting up here looking at some people who ain't got shit. Y'all ain't got a relationship, a good-ass job, a career. I'm paying for colleges and shit. How am I listening to y'all making some damn decisions? Y'all ain't got one boyfriend that's worked thus far. So I don't know how the hell you gonna tell me how to live, Steve said. While I see where Steve is coming from, I must say sometimes it's a good listen. Maybe they just wanted more time to feel comfortable with this new woman. Harvey remarks that his sons Broderick and Wynton and Marjorie's son Jason were fine with his desire to wed her. They cool with everything, he said. The 4 girls, just total mayhem. Totally against it. Instead of attempting to try and win everyone over, the Kings of Comedy star stood firm on his plans, as a man should. "I love this girl," he said he told them, adding that she was the best thing for me. "We gonna work. We're gonna create an atmosphere of love and everyone's invited into it. Anybody that wanna come into it can come into it." I love how he stood up for his woman though. Those who lived in the house with Steve and Marjorie, including all 3 boys and Lori, built bonds. Lori and Wynton are the closest to this day, while the eldest girls lived on their own and started their own families. In the present day, he says that they do have great family vacations and holiday celebrations. Nevertheless, just because they're a blended family doesn't mean they're 100% smooth, but that's okay. It was hard, man. They were trying to evolve and get to know each other, and some of the relationships are really good and some of them, they're cordial, Steve shared. That's just the way it is. Steve has been married 3 times. 3rd time's the charm? His first marriage to Marcia Harvey brought him, his twin daughters, and son Broderick, while he had son Wynton in his 2nd marriage to Mary Shackelford. He's also a grandfather, with Jason, Morgan, and Carly all starting their own broods. I respect his honesty about the difficulties of blending families. It doesn't always have to be the cushiest situation to be a peaceful one that works, especially if it works for the people bringing the families together. I'm happy he stood firm in his decision. Choosing a lover is really your choice, and kids need to butt out of issues like that. But what is important to know is that Steve said his daughters were not a fan of Marjorie, and that makes me wonder why. What is the relationship like between Steve and his daughters? At one point, headlines read, "Steve Harvey abandoned daughters Brandy and Carly," but how true is that? When twins Brandy and Carly Harvey were young, they were admittedly abandoned by their soon-to-be famous father, who chose to pursue his comedic dreams over his family. Should he be blamed for this? While speaking with People in 2016, Steve Harvey revealed how he quit his stable gig as an insurance salesman after winning a $50 first-place prize at his first ever stand-up show. "I'm married, I have twins, I'm supposed to provide for them, but I had to take this chance." His first marriage fell apart and he became estranged from his daughters, but the trio thankfully reconciled years later, giving Harvey a second chance with his eldest kiddos. Having since rebuilt a strong relationship, the comedian recalled how his daughters had told him, "Dad, we didn't understand why you left us, but we know now you had to go. You didn't just belong to us, you belong to the world." Kids are like that until they grow up and understand what life is truly like. The risks need to be taken in order to get the best outcome. When Carly tied the knot in 2015, Harvey walked her down the aisle. "You're an amazing dad no matter what," the bride gushed on the Steve Harvey show. "Aw, I love when children show their parents love." She continued with, "You're an amazing man. I wouldn't trade you for the world." I just love you so much. And the feeling is mutual. While celebrating the twins' birthdays in 2019, Harvey wrote on Instagram, "Along with my mother, these girls of mine were the first time I ever loved anyone more than myself. And I am Brandy Harvey, and I am Carly Raymond, and I love you with all my heart." Truly a satisfying ending. Okay, so Steve and his daughters have patched things up, but is that the same for them and his wife? Steve Harvey has called Marjorie Harvey his wife since 2007, but in over a decade, it seems as though she and Steve's eldest daughters, Brandy and Carly, may have been unable to find common ground. When Marjorie shared a video showcasing the Harvey family's festive home decor during Christmas 2018, for example, fans immediately commented on the twins' noticeable absence. "I can see how this may stand out. This is beautiful, but I always wonder why Steve's twin daughters are rarely ever a part of these family moments," one fan wrote, while another added, "Never ever have seen the twin girls around Marjorie." This theme continued the following August, when Marjorie posted an Instagram snapshot of the family enjoying a vacation in Monte Carlo, once again without the twins. "Doesn't Steve have other kids too? Why don't they ever go on these family trips?" one follower asked. "Why the twins never show up?" another fan echoed. Well, yet another noted, "Nice picture, but y'all forgot the twins." Of course, it's important to note that this could all just be speculation. What if the girls don't want to be there and Marjorie has tried her best to build a bond? Sometimes we need to back off and keep our ideas to ourselves. Anyways, let's wrap up. Do you think Marjorie's a bad stepmom? Do you think Steve should listen to his kids more? Tell us below. That's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.